Stone has been like, I know we're not supposed to play favorites, but Stone has been the most wholesome division so far in this first season. Like they have been so
they
supportive.
feel like a family, honestly.
Yeah, they kind of are. So Hoax, I don't know much about them, but playing Corrin apparently interesting. Let's see.
That's actually very interesting because I have been wondering if it's actually correct the way people think about Corrin, because I actually think Corrin has somewhat potential to be better than what anyone says. I'm quite interested to see how it goes. Playing for his PT, which is going to force quite some options from Corrin, honestly.
I'm not really sure, but I don't see a world where Corrin does particularly well in this matchup. I feel like Squirtle can punish a lot of her stuff out of shield. And then there's Ivysaur, who can just negate the sword by using Razor Leaf. And then there's Zard, who is also pretty darn good against Disjoint. So, might be a rough one for Hoax here. But let's see what Mjurk can do. So
wow,
far,
trying
so
to
good,
go
though.
for that charge S-Smash, being very comfortable. You just notice him not being scared to throw out moves.
Well, you know, assessing the risk-reward, I feel like. Because, you know... Oh, that's unfortunate. But trying to catch a landing with an S-Smash, sometimes, you know, it can work. And if you're at that low percent, it's not like you're gonna lose your stock over it, you know?
Exactly.
I mean, I know all about throwing random F smashes on landings.
You also know everything about throwing random F smashes in neutral.
I know, it's great.
Right, using the
I
up
know
B.
too, it's great. My fellow Swordy main.
Oh, sword gang.
I think, yes, Corrin is better than what people think of her, but I still think because the other Swordies are just better, I think.
Yeah, it's basically Lucina and Marth syndrome, kind of, because you have a lot of stories, and it's not so much that they're bad, but you just have others that do the job so much better. So that often invalidates characters. So why would you play Corrin if X character exists, you know?
Why would you play Marth if Lucina exists, right? I just had to say it to trigger you. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm used to it. I'm used to people saying the word that is quite flat and boring and that character.
Ooh, that pin almost working there, though.
Like, Marth can bring some sauce with the tipper and shit, and Lucina has no sauce. It's like someone says, yeah, I like really spicy food, and then says, yeah, my favorite food is paprika or something.
It's like KFC hot wings, yes.
Yeah, exactly. Or, yeah, mayonnaise.
With no seasoning on the chicken, you know?
Mayonnaise is my favorite chili or something.
But actually, Hoax hanging in here relatively well, because, you know, it's not like... Because, you know, it is Stone versus Copper, but we do have to preface that by saying that Mjurk is undefeated in Stone. Mjurk is literally the person with the best game to lose, like, win ratio when it comes to games.
27-1.
Yep.
That's not bad to write home about. I mean.
No, exactly. So, but the back air gonna outrange the sword, and that's what I mean with Zard, like, sneakily being good against disjoints. He just has some very, very good disjoints of his own.
Wait, he's 26-1, by the way. Sorry.
All right, but I mean, still, that's kind of crazy.
it's still, but it's less crazy because it was 27-1. He lost the game, which actually he didn't play. Anyway, Hoax.
Yeah, Mjurk is playing very dominantly, honestly. Hoax having quite some trouble finding ways back to the stage.
Oh
Mjurk,
no!
oh no! That's so unfortunate. Going below the stage, getting caught by the ceiling of Pokémon Stadium.
Wrong person. But yeah, that is unfortunate. I feel... Did Hoax SD twice in that game? I kind of feel like that happened.
Yeah, it did at the first stop, yeah.
But in any case, Mjurk still felt really dominant whenever they were both playing neutral. So it's not like it's a very surprising result, but it's unfortunate to see nonetheless. So let's hope that in the next game that doesn't happen, because we've seen too many SDs and weird DIs during this stream already.
I'm just gonna throw this in there every time. I need to get this out of my mind. Every time I hear about bad DI, I just think of the good old saying, Greg's DI.
Yeah,
I have to bring it back.
I get you. The new blood won't get that.
No, the new gen won't get that, unfortunately, but...
We can't talk about Greg's DI, that's fine. I think it's fine. I think it's fine to talk about Greg's DI. Make people learn.
Respect the elders, yes. So for those of you unfamiliar, Greg's used to be a much more active player. Did play Ultimate in the beginning, but I haven't seen him in a long time. But Greg's was kind of infamous for having some questionable DI in situations. So that's where Greg's DI came from. But let's get into game number 2.
Exactly. Let's see if the adaptations can be made from Hoax's side. Mjurk looking strong still, probably going to bring his momentum, definitely in the first stock. I would just love to see Hoax find some ways back to the stage faster, because that's where Mjurk has been getting most of his damage from Hoax being in the air and trying to land.
Yeah, for sure. Squirtle trying to play the neutral a little bit. I like, the one thing I don't like about what I'm seeing from Mjurk is the amount of withdrawals. Because if you are a experienced PT trainer, PT player, and you've played against people who know the matchup, you would know that withdraw isn't a very good move. In fact, the risk reward on it is terrible.
I always love like just because if you time it correctly, you can just F smash withdraw to the opposite direction.
I mean, if you just jump on it, you get a free fully charged smash of your choice. It's so bad. So
yeah,
but
I just had to punch it away because I imagine like just a dad with his kid in the backyard, like his kid, he's throwing the ball, is like, "Be dad!" and just batting that shit.
Home run.
Screaming out in pain, and I'm trying to look at him like, that was a bad idea.
Oh, using the Nair to get through that disadvantage. That is one thing that Ivysaur does have going for him in disadvantages. The Nair being a very active hitbox during the fall helps a lot. That's going to be 2 up airs, a lot of damage, and just keeps on piling up with this Zard.
Now switching to the big boy, now trying not to die, and
Oh my god.
going to have those strong big hitboxes. Going for the Nair, but gets caught by the gigantic hitbox that is for a big... No.
How did that hit?
That's what I mean. You switch to Charizard, you best know that freaking side B is coming, because it is.
This Charizard is on some pretty good crack.
You can say that again. This Zard has been just putting in the work right now during that whole second stock of Hoax, and it's looking strong in this one as well. Oh no, that's a jump, that's a spike! Oh!
God, glory.
God
That
damn!
was such convincing 3-stock by Mjurk. That was an insane game.
Yeah, as Gijsper mentioned in chat, Mjurk, not the worst Pokemon trainer. Actually,
I mean, you think?
actually
Really?
really spicy set here, and yeah, Shuc nodding in agreement.
Mhm. Yeah, that was nice. I like that.
That was a good combo.
I can definitely enjoy seeing Zard just snowball an entire stock into oblivion.
That was also... Oh, sorry, yeah.
No, go right ahead.
Oh, okay. So that was also just very good by Mjurk, because he had not gone for that dare a single time, saving it for the last stock, because he never just went off stage and just dropped down with the dare, because Hoax was that comfortable going down there, and that just for the last stock, you know what? I'm gonna abuse you going all the way down there and just throw it.
Yeah.
And it works.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, he tried earlier to get Corrin's recovery and with the Nair, but he was just a little bit too late back then, because it does have some invulnerability after a while. And we're gonna
does it?
see
Yeah.
the character switch from Hoax, which is honestly not very surprising given how, that final game went. So let's see if the Link can make it happen for Hoax.
That's a long. Can pull it out of
yeah,
the bag. Again, Pokemon Stadium. This is such an uninspiring bullshit stage. Come on. give me something original with some nice music.
I mean,
man.
you're giving Mjurk the home field advantage here.
Exactly. He's gonna have like the crowd with him.
Yeah.
I mean, that
this
just
very
reminds me-
detailed FIFA 98 crowd.
Oh, hitting the
wow.
withdrawal there, but this time not really, just not hard enough to throw the Squirtle off stage, like you mentioned before.
I mean, Hoax is just pressing buttons at this point, I think. Feels like.
Oh no, that's gonna be an F smash.
no.
Yeah, and that's DI wasn't the best. Gonna
No
try a
jump,
bomb
no.
recovery, but no, that was too late, too low.
Your Sheikah Slate is not gonna load in time for that. I mean, it doesn't have an SSD server, SSD drive.
I think he has his Zelda game in German because I think he's speedrunning Grand Construction.
Wait, isn't it French or?
No, it's actually German.
Oh my god, Mjurk, no, how did he die there? No!
God, yeah,
Oh,
this game is done. This is over.
Hoax just taking a little while on that platform to kind of realize what's happening.
And
Gets a
Oh,
scoop
no.
there. I like the attempt to equalize it as much as possible, but it's not looking very great for Hoax at the moment.
Mjurk is just hitting every button on his. He's just working in his controller at this point or something. Oh,
There we
gets
go.
the dash attack, gets the kill.
And yeah, that's the first
I mean,
stock,
that's
but
something.
what a mountain to climb for Hoax this is, and it's not like Mjurk is gonna stop anytime soon. Look at him go.
This though, but
Oh my god. That
I
almost
mean,
took it.
it could happen, but God, it's
Never.
looking grim. Never mind, there it goes.
Yeah, Mjurk.
Mjurk, that was convincing as all hell.
Yeah, there's a
I mean,
reason.
Hoax literally got stoned to death, just beaten to
By
an
the
engine
Stone
drive.
Division, yes.
Grab this
Complete-
giant stone just back.
Merciless domination here in
Yeah.
in this sixth match of the fifth match of the day, and I think we haven't seen such
God.
a dominant
That-
difference in skill.
That
this
was
night. And
pure dominance from Mjurk, yeah.
nothing
and-
against Hoax, but I think clearly Mjurk was just is very badly seated in stone. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean,
we
yeah.
did not know who he was, and
Exactly, and that's the fun thing about this league, that we get these incredible comebacks.
yeah, and just these like unknown players suddenly showing up and performing very well against all odds. You love to see it, honestly.